Hey everybody. In today's tutorial, I'm going to do something I saw on a channel. I think it's called the Vintage Journal. And she did this fun little double pocket that you make out of one piece of paper. And I thought this would be a great way to use up my brayer cleaning sheets and some gel prints and some 12 by 12 paper that I had laying around that I've been like too afraid to cut up because I love these patterns on here. So I thought I would be brave and do all of these. Now, she didn't give instructions. This was just on a reel. So I'm estimating these sizes, but I'm going to say they're pretty darn accurate because I just looked at how big they were in her hands and kind of where she was on her scoring board. And I think I'm pretty close. So this is a 6x8 piece of paper. Score down the middle at 3. And then you're going to score on the ends at 3/4 of an inch. And so I'm just going to kind of speed through the rest of these. I have several gel prints and several brayer cleaning sheets. I actually really like the brayer cleaning sheets the best. So, and then of course I have these beautiful papers. So I will do all of these at once, and then I'll show you the super easy part of how to create these pockets. And it actually creates 3 pockets. So there's the 2 pockets that are formed when we fold this up, but then there's a pocket in between, like a bonus pocket. So on the little 3/4 slot, you're going to cut out opposite tabs. So you'll see what I mean in just a second. And then for the tabs that are remaining, you'll go ahead and angle those up like you would an envelope, and it'll just look cute for the flap. But here you can kind of see what I mean. There's a tab on the top left and then a tab on the bottom right. It doesn't matter which side you choose. Just make sure that you do the opposite on the other end. So I'll trim these. I'll speed this up again. I'll trim everything out and get these all ready to go. These little triangle pieces, I actually ended up putting these in a collage. They were kind of interesting, and I ended up just gluing them down on a page in my little collage journal. So maybe I'll show that sometime. But I love little geometric scraps. I think so often we're used to tearing our scraps and having them look more organic and kind of distressed. I really like the geometric ones with the sharp edges. I think that's kind of fun. So now I'll show you how you put the pockets together. Essentially, you just score, really crease that score line down the middle. And then all you do is fold the bottom part up. Like, it's as easy as can be. And now you can see the 3 pockets, right? So there's a pocket in the front. There's the pocket in the top. And then there's a pocket in between. So this is easy, and I forgot one of these, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. It's easier to see from the back on really very bold and, active gel print. So just flip it over if you're having a hard time seeing that score line. Now the inside of these, because it's just copy paper for my gel prints, the inside of these will be white. I think it's a nice contrast to some of the busier elements and the bright colors. But if you wanted to stamp on that or ink blend it or whatever, you could certainly do that. I like the crisp contrast of the white. So I folded those all up, and I will show you how to put them together. It's very simple. You're just going to do 2 little lines of glue along the edges. So you're going to glue the main portion. You're going to put a line of glue down the outside of this. I was kind of struggling with my glue this day. This is glue in an older bottle. I ended up putting more in there. I was like trying to squeeze the very last bit out of it because that's how I am. And I should have just filled it up with more glue. So on this layer, so basically the top pocket, you want to put a little line of glue on either side. So that's going to create that center 3rd pocket that I was talking about. Now, unfortunately, I made a little bit of an error here. So if you want to add a little thumb tab to each of these pockets to make getting a card or whatever, a tag out a little bit easier, You'll want to do that before you glue these together, which I did not do. Now, fortunately, I had a very tiny punch that I used to punch the little thumb notches with, and I was able to slide it into those pockets and punch after they were glued together, but I do not recommend it. I felt like I was going to kind of tear my paper a couple of times. I didn't, but I would recommend you do this in the proper order, and that would be at this stage right here where you have them folded flat. Just notch those. It's so easy because it's the only two squared off edges. When you have it folded out like that right here, you would just notch those two straight edges. That's it. And then you're done, and you're not doing it backwards like I did. So don't be like me. So then I will just fold this up. We're almost done with these. It's really cute. One of the things that this is sized perfectly for, actually, and I was working on another video the day that I did this, where out in my sister's garage. Another project that I did used tea bags, and I'll show you that eventually when I get the video edited. But I actually think this would be the cutest little way to give tea bags, or those little Ghirardelli chocolates. So if you had you wanted to give somebody a gift at the office or whatever, this is a good size for that. So that's what they look like when they're closed. With the flaps closed, they're really cute because you can see whatever was on the other side. So if you have double-sided 12 by 12 paper that has different patterns on each of the sides, this is where it starts to get really fun. So you'll see different things, and different things will line up, and it'll be really cool. I love that paper. That marbling on there, I don't know what it is. It looks really, really cool. Lots of fun textures. And this was actually my prototype. So I just took an old scrap of paper to when I was watching her video to try to figure out the measurements. And so that one's a little less exciting than some of the others. Usually I do my prototypes out of copy paper, but this time I did that text paper because it was on my paper cutter already. But here are the finished ones with the little notch holes that I told you about. So see the description for supplies, instructions, and measurements. And thanks so much for watching.